Hi, it's Michelle Birdsong. I was visiting my friend Joe, and I played David Foster video with Michael Bolton singing When a Man Loves a Woman, and Seal coming on singing It's a Man's World. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. And then you can see when Seal comes on, David Foster is empowered, his body language. And I told Joe, I said, David Foster was the Sultan of Brunei, and he kidnapped me. He had me kidnapped and made into a sex slave. And we were the inspiration for the book, the Kama Sutra, which is all the different sexual positions a couple can have. So then I said to Joe, I said, do you think I should tell people that David Foster, their hero, kidnapped me and made me a sex slave? And then when I came to my room, the voice in my head said, it might have been my daughter Robin. She's not so experienced with sex. She's a refined, poised person. And she said, if you don't tell what David Foster did to you, you're a hypocrite. You're censoring what we, the people, get to see and get to know. You're depriving us of certain knowledge. And I said, oh, that's true. And then David Foster had a singing group called Skylark. And they wrote a song, Wildflower. And Blake Shelton sang it on David Foster's show. And one of the lines says, she keeps paying for it. She keeps paying a debt she never owed. And it really describes me to a T, that Wildflower song. And then I told Joe, I said, now, my guru said he was appointed head gardener. And Joe says, what? And I said, well, the Garden of Eden, gardener, wildflower, it's all connected. So then Joe said, well, he's singing to everybody. I said, really? Give me a piece of paper. So he gave me a piece of paper, and I'll show you what I wrote. And even though he's very laid back, he has to admit when something is true. Everybody. Okay, you can see that this is Eve. E-V-E. Eve. Her for R. Y for I. Eve. Her. I. H-E-R. B for B. B order. Daughter I. She's a daughter. I can't tell you who her father is, but she's a daughter of an I. Very important I. So everybody is Eve. That's why they say don't do anything to your wife that you wouldn't do to your mother, because you're always thinking in the back of your mind of your mother. And Eve is the mother of us all. So that's why people start to feel guilty about making love to their wives, and then they make love to prostitutes, and they feel less guilty because at least They pay them. And also they can think that the prostitutes are bad. So for them to make love to somebody who's bad is not a bad thing. You see how crazy that is? So Joe said, well, what do we do? And I said, we do talk and share. And we go to the origin of the judgments. Because Shakespeare said there's nothing wrong except the fact that we call it wrong. So when we have, well, first of all, we don't continue to break the laws of nature. And the law of nature don't do anything to your mother. Your wife you wouldn't do to your mother. That's the real thing. So I don't think you put a stick in your mother's hole. Right? But you could tickle her clit. That's not too intimate. And the mother, the child, even the boy child, was allowed, because they didn't go around wearing clothes. So he was allowed to play with his mother. And as long as she didn't feel any sensual feelings with his little fingers playing with her clitoris, then there was nothing dirty or wrong about it, except in the minds of people. You see? It's like when my infants, suck my teat. I didn't feel anything sensual about it. I didn't even go there. You know, I just looked at their cute little faces and held their cute little fingers as they, sucked teat. And there was nothing bad about it, although I have actually heard some people complaining when mothers breastfeed their children, as though that breast milk isn't 1,000% perfect for the infant. It's the perfect food. It strengthens their immune system. One doctor wrote 100 reasons why you should breastfeed your baby. But some people's minds are so dirty that they presume it's something dirty about a baby sucking a mother's teat. Is there something dirty about a calf sucking its mother's teat? Of course not. Anyway, God guided me to create Talk and Share. So I want to show you one more thing. Blake Shelton has a woman now. I forget her name. What's her name? She was a punk rock star. And this is her signing. See? That's her. There. Her name will come to me, and I'll tell it to you. You probably remember it, because they're famous. It's just that I have so many names in my head. The Pontius Pilate. No, was it? That was Michael Bublé's wife. Okay, so that's all I wanted to tell you. I got it off my chest. I told the truth. And, see, it's about, somebody said peace. It's about peace. It's about looking at people for what they are, humans, not gods. David Foster is not a god, even though he's looked at that way. It doesn't mean he can't become a god. He can't become perfect. But he's not perfect now. Thank you. This is Michelle Bird's song, Eve, Mother of All Living.